Hello ladies, gentlemen, and those that don't identify themselves in that binary. I'm the Ski, and welcome to my Pokémon Shield Nuzlocke. Hammerlocke. The centre of the Galar region. A castle, a town, maybe a castle town. Beautiful crenellations on the walls, large spokes of towers coming out of the centre of the gym, and an imperious dragon looking over everything. That's where we find ourselves today, as we head forward to see Chairman, Rose and Bede having a conversation with the ever-present Oleana standing behind the chairman. Bede is speaking to the chairman about what he's been doing, gathering enough wishing stars to help solve the problem, and the chairman is very chill, to be honest. Oh, it's not about me, it's about the future of the Galar region, you know. How chill can you be when you're really thinking in those sort of respects? Remember, this is the man who runs the entire Pokemon League. He fronts it, he gave us the introduction. He's maybe not the biggest celebrity, but he's the big money guy in Galar. Oleana takes Bede away to go and do whatever business things are needed, and the chairman notices that we're there and comes to see us. Rose tells us about wishing stars and how, we found them earlier, they were turned into Dynamax Band, but apparently there's more to them, and they hold lots of energy and we can find a way to use it. That would be great. And he's going to give us a lesson on energy in Galar. So to take that lesson, we walked into the gym, where Oleana is waiting, having probably disposed of Bede somewhere. And the chairman gets his tablet out to show us how energy works. So, energy is absorbed in that tower at the top of Hammerlocke with those big protruding spokes and the towers on. And that goes into the energy grid for the area. And that Rose is now trying to use wishing stars to find a way to increase energy production and make life better. Rose, being told by his assistant there that he needs to get on, tells us that we should go to the archive on Route 6, and we will head there. We're just going to have a look around Hammerlocke first. I'm not going to show you all of that look, but you'll be able to see a few bits that happened. We get a level ball from the ball guy, so when we're at higher levels we can capture Pokemon of lower levels. So I've wandered around Hammerlocke for a bit, picked up a few basic items, talked to a lot of NPCs. But here I walk up and find a strawberry sweet that when a Milcery has it, it's very happy. That's a nice hint. That's one of the ways to evolve Milcery, is to give it a strawberry sweet. In fact, any of the sweets and then spinning around will get Milcery to evolve. And there's different ways of spinning and different things you have to do to get the different flavours of Alcremie. This little girl says that she's got a crush on someone and wants us to deliver a letter. It's quite an old letter, oddly. That's a small child. Very strange, but we need to deliver it to Franklin Ballonley. Yeah, walking around this area, just picking up items. In this case, wise glasses. Now, wise glasses aren't the best item, but during the playthrough, they can increase special attack, and that's always worth having. So Mulder, for instance, great to have wise glasses on, because Mulder's best attacks are special attacks, and with the high defense already we don't need to really think about healing in general. So give them to Mulder for a bit, and then wander a bit more around Hammerlocke. I like the art style here, but I feel that they could have made it sort of a bit smaller so it had a faster load time. As you can see, it's a little bit juddery on an older Switch. Still, walking around, seeing all the different bits of Hammerlocke here. We head into this house on the left hand side of the Pokemon Center. Inside there's a martial arts guy. Asks if we're up for a challenge. He's Mr. Focus. There's always one of these focus type battles in a Pokemon game. Or there has been really since the important item that we're going to see here comes in. But we've got Korax up front. Cottony's level 2 and Korix is 28, so this should be an easy fight. But first attack of Fury attack comes in, and Cottony uses a focus sash to survive. But thankfully, we've got a second part of Fury attack, which takes out Cottony. And if not, that Cottony would have done double damage that we did to it back to us, or that we would have done back to us. So in a Nuzlocke, it's a very good way of losing a Pokemon if you're not focused when going into these fights. And from that, we get given the focus sash that we can once use to go from full hits down to 1 rather than being knocked out, which might help against Champion Leon. So having got our focus sash, begin wandering out of Hammerlocke. Again, I went to a few other places, but nothing of real interest happened. But wandered out towards this archive that we need to go to. And outside, we see Raihan, the dragon trainer. Raihan doesn't remember our name, but, you know, to be fair to him, we're not that famous yet, though we will be. Although he and Leon are sort of rivals, and that he's going to battle us once we've got 7 gym badges, which, you know, shouldn't take us that long. Though I appreciate, for anyone who is watching along at home, it's going to take quite some time. Raihan gives us one of his league cards. He's very much the social media influencer, doing, you know, lots of selfies and filming himself as he's doing his battles. Makes for quite an interesting thing, because we've not really had that sort of character in a Pokemon game before. Just the entrance to the archive, a few trophies, being told it used to be the centre of the Galar region, but we're allowed to go up and see what's happening in the main gallery itself. Note there's a TM over there, a Charm, which, as we know, is a very useful move. Harshly lowering a target's attack stat can really render a lot of attacking Pokemon fairly useless. We go in and we see some tapestries, some paintings up on the wall. Sonia tells us that these are treasured parts of Galar's history. We get the story of these 2 youths who look up at a wishing star. A storm happens, and they look on and see a sword and shield stopping the disaster, and then become monarchs. Obviously there's a lot of gaps in the tale, you don't want to have all the parts of the story, but the fact that they're looking on as the sword and shield come over, as they defeated the darkest day. So we're seeing a bit more of the plot coming in, although it's a bit more passive than usual. We're not, you know, going to stop a team from stealing Pokemon or whatever, but we are seeing what happened in the past, and Sonia doing her best to research and work out what happened. She gives us 2 revives. Unfortunately, we can't use them, but, you know, nice of the thought. But we see those tapestries, which, I don't know if you recall, but those tapestries, we've seen similar things earlier. So there's actually a really nice way of Galar making its region much nicer, and sort of giving it some real depth to show a similarity of art and content. Raihan there just tells us we need to go to Stow on Side for our next gym, and we're about to head off. At this point, I'd like to thank you very much for watching. If you do enjoy it, please do like and subscribe, and as always, I hope you have a lovely day.